Jayam Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Stuttara Sutta Sishimad Divine Grace is Gone Acharya Jagat Guru Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Koi Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Acharya Srila Haridasa Thakur Ki Jai Prem to Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai Sri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopina Shanko Radha Kunda Giri Garudan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Yamuna Mai Ki Jai Ganges Mai Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai Itai Gauda Premanande Glorious assembled devotees all glorious assembled devotees all glorious assembled devotees the glory to Shishi Purushi Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Pari Krishna Vita Buddha Vishmati Vita Shamati Vista Krishna Parashita Nashi Gaura Karana Shakti Mati Tiriti Om Gyana Timirandasya Gyanandana Salakayan Chakshudamilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Tapitam Tena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swamapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Tapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Pitam Tam Sajivam Sadvitam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisavara Switi Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakar Patarudescha Kripa Sandhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srila Prabhupada Ki Harinam Prabhu Ki Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा। जो भक्त लोग हिंदी में सुनना चाहते हैं तो जूम का लिंक जो भेजा है उसमें आप लॉगिन कर सकते हो, ऑनलाइन हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन का। हरे कृष्णा।
Thank you. So you have to get connected first.
Sorry?
You have to get connected before we start.
Yes, very.
You're connected? Ah, okay. They're supposed to do something before we start. They don't have to play it before we start?
Yeah, they have to.
Hmm? No.
It's already there. User ID and password.
Japa should be very soft or inaudible chanting of the mantra. Upam Sujapa. And we look at the Kirtan and Japa, they are not the same. They are different. We also discovered ideal Japa means chanting and hearing attentively. Chanting together helps avoid offenses, it destroys anarthas, etc. And it helps us to quickly make advancement. You look at the qualities to chant in association with other devotees. Not to disturb others while chanting. And we discuss tolerance, humility for the seva, offering respect and not expecting respect from others. We look at the 4 technologies to develop maths. Anyone remember any of the technologies we discussed? Anyone remember any of the technologies? Yes. Manada.
Having
The 4 technologies we discussed. The 4. I mentioned some other things, but the principal 4 that we discussed. Yes, if you look at a conflict, all conflict. The best way to resolve some conflict that we should see that we contributed to it. So we should contribute for the solution. Yes, that is one.
Treat everyone with love.
Treat everyone with love. Because we don't know who's going to be responsible for us when something happens. We don't know who's going to be there. Maybe the person we have mistreated. Someone is like this, he blocked me. I'll be struggling to see. So we should treat everyone equally. Why we should treat everyone equally? They are the one who are going to be with us at the time of difficulties. Yes. What else? Only 2 or 3 we discussed.
about if you respect others.
Yes, you respect others and others. You should give respect, respect others. What else we discuss?
We discuss about the conflict will resolve automatically.
Yes, you just mentioned that already. Completely resolved. Therefore, we just mentioned 2. 4 technologies to develop maths.
In the philosophy, Krishna philosophy, we respect Krishna philosophy.
That was not among the. Yeah, we discussed something, but it's not among the 4 technologies. These technologies are very, very important for any community. Very important. If we maintain these 4 principles, we have a healthy community because we know how to reward everybody and be living for each other. Yes.
When we interact with people, we should know that the quality of our interaction with each other is the basis of our spiritual life and progress in spiritual life.
Yes. Our interaction with people means a lot. It means very, very important. How we relate with people. Very important. Very good.
You mentioned also the Krishna look at the activity inside, not from the outside. Or activities.
Yes, that is true. Krishna look inside. The last technology, very, very important one. Very, very, very powerful. Yes.
We should not harbor ill feelings and
Okay, yes, we'll look at that. Yes, the last one. Very sweet one. Very sweet one. Yes, go ahead. Very sweet one.
We should accept the environment in which we are, rather than try to change it. Accepting the association we be in and
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, then.
Love everyone and the way we love the person.
The love everyone has somebody we love very much in our treat everyone with the same amount of love we have for one person. Apply that principle with everybody. So these principles, these technologies, can you imagine if that environment where we are looking at wife as our husband and your brother or sister or father or mother, if he have attitude towards ruling his citizen exactly the way he's treating his children, what does it mean? He's showing them the same amount of love he has for his children with everybody else. So it's not something new. It is there. It's just that it is silent. We don't see it. Our previous kings have been living like this. That is why they were prosperous. They have the potency to lead the people because they treat everybody exactly the way they treat their biological children. If Srila Prabhupada was not having that consciousness, do you think he would have captured everyone? Eh? Because he had the consciousness. That is why he was treating everybody equally. And he succeeded. His godbrothers went to London to present Krishna consciousness. They didn't make 1%. They didn't make 1%. You know that they are not pure devotees. They are pure devotees. But why they didn't succeed? They went there with Indian consciousness. They didn't went there with Krishna consciousness. He was seeing everyone equally. The love he has for whoever, he used that the same. He sees everybody equally like that. Therefore, he was preaching that to everybody. And he won the heart of people. So it's not something new. It is there. And it's our quality originally that is lying there. So now we need to apply it if we want to successfully chant Hare Krishna. It's very, very important. So we look at, second day, we look at the basic understanding to establish our connection with the Holy Name, the obstacles in our connection with the Holy Name, the root cause of these obstacles, some technologies on how to strengthen our connection by overcoming these obstacles. Then we'll look at the practical activity to chant for the pleasure of the Lord. Establishing our connection. It's what we are going to look at now. Can we connect with Sri Krishna directly? Can we connect directly with Krishna? Yes? No? No? Huh? You say no? How can you say no? You don't have super soul with us? We don't have super soul with us? Is anyone sitting here with that super soul? Eh? We have super soul. Is it not connection? Is it not connection? So no. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. We have to have the medium to get connected. We need a medium to get connected. Although everything is eternally and consciously connected with Krishna, but that connection is covered. So we need a medium to make that connection a reality or to reawaken that connection. Spiritual Mansa is our connection to Sri Krishna. Please, someone can read.
Just like when we are chanting Hare Krishna.
When we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra,
That is not a direct connection with Krishna.
Very good connection. But I was going to say that also. Like we have the super soul, we are chanting the holy name. We are doing service, you are seeing the deity, you pray to the deity directly. So that is there. Yes. We do all these things. It's the spiritual master who will open the key for your prayer now, not we. A pure devotee who is representing Krishna, who has that prayer, he will give to us. So we are chanting, we are doing so many things it's an appeal to the sadhus to make us that connection, to reawaken that connection. They will make it. Nama Parad, Nama Bas, we don't need. That anyone can attend. Pray now, you need the connector. All right? Please.
The spiritual master is a representative of Lord Nityananda or the servants of Srimati Radharani. Therefore, the Guru acts as the lawyer or the facilitator, which means that I can go back to Godhead by being loyal to Srila Prabhupada. At the end, Krishna says, this is Prabhupada's man. We do not really become expert in Kali Yuga because all our activities are full of operaras or offenses and are lacking proper faith and intensity. In spite of such shortcomings, one who comes under the protection of Lord Nityananda's arrangement will discover the power of this association. For instance, a parent may tell the child, I will buy you a bicycle if you just wash the dishes for several weeks. When the parent sees the child performing their duty, the parent feels eager to purchase the new bicycle. Obviously, the few weeks of work could not cover the cost of a bicycle, even if the father or mother paid the child. But they simply want to see their son or daughter fulfill their request. Then the parents will eagerly make all the arrangements to provide a new bike. If we simply try to uphold our side of the contract in Krishna consciousness by chanting 16 rounds, following the 4 rules and regulations, engaging in service, trying to act selflessly, and trying to share what we have.
Did I go there? Evil. It doesn't make sense? Does it make sense? Draw out Chaitanya Bhagavad. Draw out Chaitanya Bhagavad. Vrindavan Das Thakur is giving blessing. Who wants to get the message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu must have the blessing of Lord Nityananda. That's the connection. You cannot go there directly. We are serving the deities. The deities we are serving, when you look at our altar, Sisi Radha Bankabihari is there. But the activities you do, it is Vaikuntha activities, not Goloka activities. Therefore, we are worshipping Lakshmi Narayan, not Radha and Krishna. But by daily doing the activities which is monitored and directed, guided by the spiritual master, we will eventually come to the level of Radha and Krishna worship. The connector is necessary. So the spiritual master is that connector. Look at the beautiful analogy. The washing dishes for 2 weeks does not qualify one for a bicycle. But that is just a means. It is a means to help us to do that. So we are chanting, we are keeping the regulations, following what the process is. By doing this, the sadhus who are monitoring and watching over everything that we do will have the mercy to recommend us. And it is mentioned many times. Whoever is recommended by Sri Krishna to Krishna by Srimati Radharani, Krishna would never say no to the person. He didn't say whoever goes to Krishna. Whoever is recommended by Srimati Radharani to Krishna, Krishna will never say no. The person is accepted.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
You mentioned just like we are doing Radha Krishna service, we are not doing Radha Krishna service, we are doing Lakshmi Narayana service. This is by the platform. Just like in order to perform Vaidhi Bhakti, we follow the guidance of spiritual master, senior devotees. There is any need of guidance for Raganuga Bhakti?
Yes. I have asked His Holiness Giriraj Maharaj. I asked him, Maharaj, I am the one chanting 16 round. I'm the one keeping regulatory principles. I'm the one who is struggling to do everything I want to do. Where is Guru here in my life? I asked Maharaj this question. So he told me, yes. Externally, it looked like there is no Guru here. Guru is not the one chanting for me. He's not the one keeping principle for me. I'm the one doing everything. So if I don't do all these things, will I become perfect? No. So what is Guru here? Yes. Who is teaching you all those things you are doing? All those things you are doing, who is teaching you? Who taught you those things? Whose mercy, whose strength we are able to maintain these things? Who is giving us the knowledge?
Because on present time, whatever doing, because of you have firm faith on the words of spiritual master, we don't have realization. Because he told chant 16 round, we are chant. This is by the means Sattha. So my question is, we need actually guidance for Raganuga Bhakti or spiritual teacher, and where the system, if you need, then where the system.
Okay. Yes. We have a sadhana, Bhakti for Vaidhi Bhakti. There is also sadhana for Raga Bhakti. There is also a sadhana for that. And the science how to transmigrate from Vaidhi, regulated activity which we do every day, to the spontaneous devotional service is that we don't need initiation for that. That we don't need initiation. Like many people would want to get initiation. It does not require initiation. It is a waste of time. Yes. The formula, the process is that as we continue to practice, we are getting purification and we are getting some interest. We are becoming attracted to some personalities whose devotional service to Krishna is attractive to us. For example, we are attracted to the service of Brinda Devi, or the service of Yashoda Mai, or the services of the gopis, that one is attracted to them. Then, once you start practicing the service the way they are practicing, this is the sadhana for being promoted. By following in their footsteps and doing the services they do, the way they are doing their own services, constantly thinking about them and following that sadhana, we will be promoted to their own side by their mercy. So we need the invitation to become successful in that. That is the sadhana for that. Make sense? All right. Does it make sense? That is how we will transcend to be promoted to their own level. That is spontaneous devotional service to Prema Bhakti. So yes, it is necessary to have the connection to get to Krishna. Next.
In 𝐾𝐚𝐤𝐬, the roots simply situate us properly so that the Lord and His agents can pick us up. If a helicopter comes to rescue a person, the pilot may give specific instructions to ensure that the person stands in the proper place. After the person follows the instructions, the helicopter will be able to reach the person and pick them up with ease. For these reasons, our acharyas place great importance on the relationship between the guru and the disciple, and on humility. It really means that we just need to make ourselves available to be brought back home.
All right? So we have to follow all the rules and the regulations with humility. By following this, we'll attract the mercy of the sadhus. And by that blessing, we will become successful in our Krishna consciousness. So the connection is very, very important. It is necessary. So the effort is very, very important, and the mercy is important. Both of them are necessary. One is not sufficient. Effort alone is not sufficient, and mercy alone also is not sufficient. If you don't make effort, and the mercy comes, the mercy of Krishna has to be given to everybody. Otherwise, it is partiality. If it is effort alone, it is not sufficient, because it will mean that we don't need Krishna even to become Krishna. We don't need the Krishna. We can get it on our own strength. But because you cannot get it on our own strength, we need to make an effort. That effort would attract the mercy upon us.
Supreme Lord offers Himself to the faithful disciple. Tatra bhagavatam dhamma 𝐁𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐬 𝐒𝐰𝐬𝐢 anuvritya yash tushyet atman atmana 𝐤𝐢𝐧𝐝𝐥𝐲. Accepting the bona fide spiritual master as one's life and soul, and worshiping a deity, the disciple should learn from him the process of pure devotional service. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, the soul of all souls, is inclined to give himself to his pure devotees. Therefore, the disciple should learn from the spiritual master to serve the Lord without duplicity and in such a faithful and favorable way that the Supreme Lord, being satisfied, will offer himself to the faithful disciple. Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th Canto, Chapter 3, verse number 22.
Yes. When they see our sincere effort, that we're trying to do the right thing, they will surely show their mercy. And by their mercy, it will become very, very, very easy for us to go back home, back to God, or to become successful in what we do. It is necessary for us to act properly. That is how we will attract the mercy. And Krishna extends himself. Connection to the spiritual master is directly proportional to a connection with Sri Krishna Nam. She has.
Nama Chaitanani Krishnanas Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Suto Nitya Mukto Vinatwan Nama Namino. The holy name of Krishna is transcendentally blissful. It bestows all spiritual benedictions, for it is Krishna himself, the reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna's name is complete, and it is the form of all transcendental mellows. It is not a material name under any condition, and it is no less powerful than Krishna himself. Since Krishna's name is not contaminated by material qualities, there is no question of its being involved with Maya. Krishna's name is always liberated and spiritual. It is not constrained by the laws of material nature. This is because the name of Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Dhira 1783.
So Krishna is a person. He's a person with feelings, like all of us have feelings. But what kind of a person? He's a supreme person. He's different. He's a supreme person. Also, Sri Krishna's name is identical with Krishna. They are not different. We have explained many times. Similarly, as Krishna is a person, his name is also a person. So say Nam Prabhu. People are addressing Nam Prabhu. He's a person. A person means what? He is with feelings. That means he can identify with our feelings and he will respond to our feelings. That is why how we chant, how we understand is very, very important in our practice of chanting the holy name of Krishna. As a person feels, as a person understands, Harinam Prabhu understands everyone. And he responds also to how we approach him. Therefore, Haridas Thakura said, we must try to understand who is this person that we are approaching. And Srila Bhakti Thakura said, as we are chanting the name, we should try to work on ourselves. If we want to be successful, we should work on ourselves. As we are chanting the name every day, we should work on ourselves. What does that mean? Working on ourselves. Why we are chanting the name? How do we work on ourselves? Yes, sir. Is the mic? Is the mic?
We have to improve ourselves because we have so many anathas in us. So if we try to clear them, then the name will become more and more sweeter to us.
Good. Yes. How do we work on ourselves while we are chanting? What does it mean to us? Thank you. So work on ourselves. As we are chanting, the name is a person we are dealing with. We should have a good relationship with him. How do we work on ourselves while we are making a connection with the holy name?
By being attentive to the holy name.
Okay, so be attentive to the name. Very good.
By trying to chant without offenses.
Okay, chant without offenses. Good. Should try. Should try. Speak on the mic. Speak on the mic. Let us hear.
When holy name will manifest, when we chant on the pure platform, holy name will manifest. His name, form, Nam Rup, Gun Lila Bhi, all this will manifest. So when we are chanting on the pure platform, then holy name will manifest himself. That is my understanding.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Go ahead.
We work on ourselves by strengthening our relationship with the holy name. That means we have to hear about his glories.
Yes.
So that we know who he is, what he can do.
Yes.
And how we can get to know him even better.
Very good. This mic there.
While we are chanting, it requires a lot of discipline. So
discipline?
While we are chanting the holy name with discipline and focus, we're working on ourselves, we are disciplining ourselves from...
Okay, very good. Discipline ourselves, yes. Good.
By chanting, we should look on the environment where we are. If it is good in chanting, then we can improve from there.
Okay, very good. Very good. Yes. So look at the environment. If it is conducive for chanting, good.
We can also try to work on ourselves by checking our progress and trying to.
Okay, yeah. We check on our progress, how we are making progress. It's good.
When you're chanting, we realize that sometimes we chant very nicely, so we feel Krishna, very close to Krishna. And sometimes we don't chant nicely, we naturally feel that Krishna is not very far from us.
Okay, very good. Very good. That is true. You see that.
Chant in association of devotees.
Okay, we chant in association of devotees. Very good.
By being prayerful.
So be prayerful while we're chanting. Okay, so be prayerful. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we should work on ourselves while we are chanting. The contributions are nice, very good. We are eating, we are eating to be healthy. Right? We are eating so we can have a good health. So to eat and be healthy, we need to put certain things in a proper place. The utensils we use in cooking should be proper. The kitchen should be clean. The ingredient also should be of good quality. All these things are necessary. And we should wash our hands before eating. If we put all this into practice, we will have a healthy food that will nourish the body. If the utensils are not clean, the environment is not clean, the ingredients, the material we use in cooking, they are not in good order, the hands are dirty, when we eat, we are not going to get good health. In the same way as we are chanting, we should look at all the narrators, how they are going. We should look at our narrators. My anger is going down, my lust is going down, greed is going down, my envy is going down. We should check and see if all these things are going down. How am I doing this? So we should not be chanting and continue to maintain the same mentality, antagonistic mentality we have in our life. We should work on ourselves. But the chanting should help us to get rid of all these things as we are making progress. That is why, as Prabhupada was saying, when you call someone's name, if you call someone's name, what should be the next thing that comes to the mind? If you call someone's name, what should come to the mind? The form will come to the mind. The personality, that form will come to the mind. So when we say Hare Krishna, we should be saying Radha and Krishna. But because we are not putting all these things into places, so some of us, it does not appear. That is why these distractions, and we talk about inattentiveness, it brings distractions. So, in other words, chanting the name is not just a mechanical activity, it's not a casual activity. It requires serious concentration, consideration, understanding who is the person. Then we'll know how to relate with this person. Because Harinam Prabhu is a person, it is mentioned here, he is complete like Krishna. He does not have any connection with material nature. It is above material nature. It is on the transcendental platform. So Krishna's name is liberated, always liberated and spiritual. Therefore, it's never conditioned by the laws of nature. This is because the name of Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. Welcoming Sri Harinam feelingly, not mechanically. A short skit. Short one. Yes. This one has something attached to it. What to do?
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We have two parts to this skit. The first skit, and we would see from an analogy of devotee interactions how we associate with the holy name. In part one, we would see a devotee named Govindas who has kindly invited His Grace Gopal Das for giving a class at his home. Let us see how Govindas behaves and let's learn something.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Please come. Have a seat.
Hare Krishna, how are you?
I'm good. Look, everyone has been here waiting for you eagerly. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Now we begin part 2 and see another devotee named Gopinath Das, who has kindly invited His Grace Gopal Das for giving a class at his home. Let us see how Gopinath Das behaves and learn something from him as well.
Here, Prabhu, these are your kartals and the mic.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
How is the prasad today?
Oh, the prasad is amazing. Prabhu, you just...
Yes.
Prabhu,
Yes.
can I get a glass of water?
Yeah, we'll arrange for a glass of
Prabhu,
water.
is the
You can start. We'll listen.
Is the prasad tasty?
Hare Krishna,
Very
tasty.
Very tasty. Hare Krishna.
Now we begin the second part and we see another devotee who is named Gopinath Das, who has kindly invited His Grace Gopal Das for giving a class at his home. Let us see how Gopinath Das behaves and learn something from him as well.
Prabhu will be coming. Oh, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, how are you today?
I am good, Prabhu. Welcome. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
A small glass of water. I hope you did not have any difficulties coming to the place.
No, not at all. It was a comfortable ride. Thanks to you, Prabhu.
It's such an honor to have you among us. It is very fortunate to have your association, and you've been very kind to remove little time for us in your tight seva schedule.
This is my duty, Prabhu, to serve Vaishnavas like you. Prabhu, what's the program today?
Yes, Prabhu. Everyone is eager to hear from you. So with your permission, can I please announce tonight's program and give a short introduction to the people who are here?
Yes, please.
Dear devotees, a big round of applause for our devotees. We hope everyone enjoyed the first skit and some questions for the audience.
Did you learn something? Did you learn something?
Yes.
Okay, please. Can you share what you learned from the little demonstration we had?
The second welcoming was more. The second welcoming was more humble and quite better than the first one.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
more humble. Yeah, it's like felt wanted in the second one. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, someone there?
The second devotee was in the mood of surrender and was more attentive.
Good, good. Yes.
The first devotee wasn't mindful, while the second one was very mindful of what the devotee required.
Yes, they invited somebody to come and speak. But you're not giving attention to the person who invited. The welcome was not proper. The person is sitting there to speak to the people whom he invited, but he is very busy having the discussion there. So it's like a waste of the person's time. He's not invited to come and waste his time. Which is talking with? He is talking with the group there, all the attention goes there. Nobody gives attention to the speaker. So that would happen for this first one. The second person is better connected, is attentive, you have a good approach, reciprocation. It's in the second one. Yes, thank you. Yes.
The second one was personal and intimate.
Personal and intimate, yes. Yeah.
The second devotees who knew what is how to serve the devotee by welcoming and giving water to a devotee and paying obeisances to a devotee and following the principle by telling him, how can I help you in this program? Can I announce or not?
Very good, very good. You understand the holy name, the importance of the holy name, and you're ready to make the connection. Very good.
The first person was treating him like an item as part of the program.
Spaced out.
Yeah. The second one treated him as a person.
Good. Very good. Yes.
The first devotee didn't have a connection or a relationship to the
There is no connection, there is no relationship.
And the second one seems to have a relationship.
The second person has relation because he has understanding. Very good. Very good. Something more? Observation we have?
The first one did not follow the etiquette. The second one fully followed the Vaishnava etiquette.
Very good.
He valued the person whom he had invited.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Yes.
To be the first devotee behaved with the person, with the guest, that could have a lot of effect even on the listeners. They would also treat the guest with that much of carelessness and respect, disrespect.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. The same attitude we have towards the holy name, that we want to change the holy name, but there's a lot of distraction. We are doing some other things. We were mentioning yesterday. We are chanting, and you are making a phone call and you are answering call. The holy name is that's respect or disrespect. We are disrespecting the holy name. We don't understand what we are doing actually. If we have an understanding, we'll be mindful and recognize the importance of the holy name and will give him attention. Yes. We will welcome the holy name through prayers. Prayer should be offered feelingly before beginning our japa. There's a prayer during the japa when the mind distracts us, and after ending our japa, there is also prayer. So prayer before japa, prayer during the japa, and prayer after japa. Prayers also prepare an environment of mindfulness, just like we prepare our home for any guest to come. And by glorifying the holy name, we offer pleasing word to welcome the holy name every japa system. The obstacles strengthening our connection. One is Nam Aparat. Someone can read? Yes.
Any specific prayer is there?
Yes.
Which is bona fide before offering and at the end.
Yes. He will give you the prayer, don't worry. There are prayers before, there are prayers during, there are prayers after. I will give you the prayers. I will share the prayers.
Individual devotee they select, there are some prayers there. Individual devotee they select prayer themselves. Either some prayer is recommended for them.
The one we are going to give you is from Bhakti Thakur, Rupa Swami, and Britasura from the 6th canto of Bhagavatam. There are 3. We'll give you that. From 𝐶𝐚𝐤𝐴𝐵. We're going to give you that one. Then we can make our own personal prayer. Then the one also is from Prema Bhakti Chandrika. It's not done that simple. They're very sweet, beautiful. One is from deity worship also. Some part from deity worship book. Yes, from these four sources we have. Yes, we can make our own personal prayers, especially at the end of our japa, or in the beginning, or during. We can make our own personal one. We have the one from our chariots, which we can also use. Both are necessary. Okay, let's continue. Aparat.
Nama aparada. Nama aparada dasha vida sastrekaya sei aparade morabada ayabaya. In the Shastra, it is said that there are 10 types of offenses to the holy name. I greatly fear these offenses. Namite abadana haya aparada ta hake purana kata balena pramada. The author of the Puranas, Vyasa, states that anyone who is inattentive to these offenses is insane. Asadu sange by Krishna namana hi haya namaskara bahiraya bate tabu nama kabunaya. My dear brothers, a person cannot purely chant Krishna nama in the company of non-devotees. Only the letters of the alphabet are uttered. That is not the name. That is not real chanting. Kabo nama basahaya sada nama aparada e saba janibe by Krishna Bhaktir Vada. Chanting in this manner can sometimes be namabasa, but otherwise it is only Nama Parada. Dear brother, kindly understand, this kind of chanting, Nama Parada, is detrimental to spiritual progress and are great obstacles in Krishna Bhakti. Prema Vivata by Srila Jagadananda Pandita.
Yes. One, my dear brothers, a person cannot purely chant Krishna Nam in what? The company of non-devotees. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, our fortune can be found with devotees, not with non-devotees. Association is very important. If you want to be a successful businessman, business lady, you should associate with a successful businessman or business lady. If you associate with a failure, you also be a failure. So association is very, very important. We cannot chant the pure name in association of non-devotees, because the name will manifest through the mercy of devotees who have the holy name. Therefore, chanting in the association will get the pure name. So the recommendation that we should practice chanting with the devotees. It's always important to chant with devotees, especially devotees who are better than us in chanting the name. Devotees who have taste for the name. Devotees who have attachment for the name. If you chant with them, we will also develop taste, we'll develop attachment for the name. We have the shelter of the holy name by their mercy. Otherwise, we'll be chanting alphabet, not the name.
The alphabet is not different from the person.
It is not different from the person. Yes. If we call water, and the name water, alphabet. If you say water, our taste will go. Will our taste go? It will not go. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said we can say Hare Krishna, immediately we get pure love of Godhead. And we can say 1,000,000 times you not get pure love of Godhead. What's the reason? Alphabet and the name.
The difference. Alphabet and person is the same. Akshar, there is no difference. The Akshar is Krishna and Krishna person. So
yes.
When we chant Krishna, this means we are associating directly with Krishna.
Yes. We are chanting Krishna, we are associating directly with Krishna. Why will someone chant Krishna and will take 1,000,000 lifetimes to get Krishna if it is the same? Why someone would take 1,000,000 lifetimes to attain perfection in chanting, and someone take a short time to attain perfection in chanting? What is responsible for that?
This is described in Bhagavatam. Ajamila chanted the name of, you know very well.
But did he go to Godhead?
Yeah, he got the association, mercy of devotees.
He was stopped from going to hell, but he didn't go to Godhead. He didn't go to Godhead. So he has to go. He himself, he confessed. He made a vow. No, I will practice my devotional service in association of devotees. He did before he went back to Godhead. Yes. So there is difference there. Our child cannot tell lie by chanting alphabet, or that, not the name. They're different.
I think, I don't know, you correct me. If somebody chanting offenselessly, that is called chanting. Somebody chanting up with offense, that is alphabet.
Yes. If one chants offensively, that is nam parat. If If you change offensively, that is not aparad. What is aparad? What is the definition of aparad? What is the definition? Aparada. Aparada. You see, apa and then rada. What's the definition? What's the meaning?
Takes us away from Krishna.
Yes, not taken away from Krishna. Taken away from Radharani. Radharani. We are separated from Srimati Radharani. Our feelings for Krishna, for Radharani is off. It means there is no bhakti. Aparada means there is no Radharani, there is no bhakti. Which also means no Krishna. Why? It is from the name. It's from the name that we're making aparad, not from karmic activity. It's from the name.
How can we know we are chanting the alphabet? How we can know we are chanting the holy name?
Very good, very good. If one is chanting alphabet, you get position. You will get fame. You will get material facilities. Prema, no. No prema. And how would one know that they don't have prema? Our interest in Krishna consciousness will be strong. Do you remember when our GBC college days? When some of our leaders confessed that we were not chanting Sisiram? You remember? I said, remember. And I know the devotees who said that. They are big leaders. What is that?
The original meaning of pramada is inattention. O Lord, from this all other anarthas arise.
Could read again.
Yeah.
Yes, because other people are hearing who are not here.
The original meaning of pramada is inattention. O Lord, from this all other anarthas arise.
Thank you. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura said the word pramada generally means madness. But here, it is used here, not just, what is that? Pramada. That I am a poor man, have nothing, and I have been given opportunity to meet a person who can make me rich, and I'm not giving attention to the person. I'm neglecting that connection. Even though I have made a lot of effort to go very close to the person, I'm not giving attention to the person. What is that? Very dangerous life. Due to pramada, what happens?
Due to pramada, Jita Eka Dike Ara Anya Dike Mama Tahara Mangala 𝐁𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐬. The mind will be in one direction, while the name will be in another direction. All about all good qualities, how can such a person attain any auspiciousness?
The mind is here. The name is aside. We are opposite. Where is the connection? This is pramada. We will not be together. Chanting means that we are trying to allow the holy name and our consciousness to meet. This is Japa. Want to meet. Or we are taking shelter of the holy name. But pramada will separate us completely. There's no connection. It will be alphabet. And the chanting will become a fatigue. Not a devotional activity. We fatigue, like punishment. Japa is not punishment. It is very, very sweet, according to Rupa Goswami. So sweet. And we see Different result from different people. Rupa Goswami, he told us, when Narada Muni chanted Hare Krishna mantra, what happened? When Narada Muni chants the holy name, the same Hare Krishna mantra we are chanting, when Narada chanted, the blue neck on Lord Shiva's, the blue on Lord Shiva's neck disappeared. That's the effect of Narada's chanting. So powerful. That means what? It destroyed the poison on the neck of Lord Shiva. That his wife started to suspect, who is this man posing as my husband? No, this is an imposter. She couldn't recognize her husband because of that. Chanting of Narada. And Lord Balaram's dhoti, which is always blue in color, became white for Narada chanting. The Jamuna river became milky, and the gopis started churning that to get milky. That is Japa, not alphabet. When the Ramudi chant, a hunter became a pure devotee, prostitute became a pure devotee. That's the result of chanting purely. As they chant the Japa or Narada Muni. When the chanting of Srila Prabhupada, the whole world is dancing in his kirtan, the holy name. It's proper Japa. The same Hare Krishna mantra we are chanting. The same mantra. And Rupa Goswami told her he has no strength to explain the potency that comes from this word, Krishna. You like to borrow tongues, you want to borrow ears. Still, there are some of us who feel chanting is punishment. Why? Aparada, pramada. O jewel of all qualities, one may complete chanting a lakh of names, 100,000 names, or 64 rounds on the beat, but not even a drop of rasa appears in the heart. Who is responsible for that? Pramada. Pramada. I know a devotee who is chanting 64 rounds every day. And his activity does not show that he's chanting 64 rounds. His level of anger, I'm sorry to say, is more than my own. From my experience. This time is chanting 64 rounds every day. The anger is increasing. So what is that? Harada Sekura is chanting the name. His anger is there. His lust is there. Something he couldn't do as mighty Brahma, he did it as Harada Sekura. Very easily. Because of the strength. Durga Devi told Harada, you cheated me. Me, when I appear before sages, before I close my eyes, all of them are offering obeisances to me. But you, I spent 3 days with you, cheated me because you have Krishna in your heart. Others don't have Krishna in their heart? Other entities don't have Krishna in their heart? Only Haridas have Krishna in their heart? Everyone has super soul in their heart. But Haridas one is fully manifest. Krishna is directly there. Because of the strength of the holy name we chant. We chant the pure name. The same name we have. So we have to have the proper understanding, proper attitude, and proper mood to get to that point. Then that will attract the mercy of those who are there. By the mercy, will be promoted to their level. Questions? Comments? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yes, what's the question? You were 2 mics, and one is there, one was here. If you hold the mic in the hand, but you don't pass it on, so pass it on. Yes.
My question is, who is better, one who chants inauthentically with offenses,
or one who doesn't chant at all?
Which one is better? One who is chanting Namaparat or Namabas, and one who is not chanting at all. Which one is better? Well, a person who is chanting Namabas or Namaparat is better because he has started chanting. But still there's a danger that he can get himself or herself burnt by the offenses if one is not careful. In the beginning, yes, it will be with offenses and all the necessary things are there. But if, according to Padma Purana, if one continues to chant again and again and again and again, the holy name has power to overcome the offenses and completely uproot it and promote us to Prema. The holy name has that potency. So for those who have started chanting, they are better than those who are not chanting, if we are careful. If you are not careful, you may make bigger offenses, offending the name, offending the sadhus, offending Krishna, and will be choked up with that offenses, and it becomes destructive.
How should we be careful?
By understanding, first of all, you should understanding who is Harinam Prabhu, what is his position in our life, why are we trying to approach him, for what? We should know who he is and what we are going to get from him. We should know that. Then we should know what are the unnecessary things that we should avoid and the necessary things that we should do. We should do it. Why are we discussing this? It's to help us understand the things we should do, and the things we should do so we can attain perfection in what we are trying to do. It's important to know that. Right? Comment?
Krishna Gurudev, I
Hare
would like to understand something like when you're chanting, you see devotees chanting. After finishing, I don't know, after finishing, somebody do like this. Maybe let me understand that.
Yes, I do that. I do that.
Well, what is the meaning of that?
I think that I'm offering respect to the name. I'm offering respect to the name. That's an offering to the name, and appreciating what he's doing in my life, so that they can show mercy. They can show mercy. At every end of a round, I will do that. Yes. Yes, he has. Okay.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, I have a question on this. When one is chanting, there's a person I know who used to chant before, and he used to chant in association with the devotees. And when she was chanting, it was like she was getting distracted with the other devotees also chanting. So she decided to chant on her own, silent. It's like she chants separately because she doesn't want distraction from others chanting. She says it distracts her from finishing her rounds, or it distracts her from chanting. But I feel like the more she does that, the more she goes into isolation and in association of devotees. How do you...
The person is still chanting?
Yeah.
The person is still chanting?
Yeah. She still chants, but she chants like she will chant quiet, in a quiet environment, not where the other devotees chanting.
Does he come to associate with other devotees after chanting?
Yeah?
Does he associate with devotees after
Yeah,
chanting?
she does that, but after she finishes her chanting.
So it's okay. If she's helping the person, it's okay. Better to chant with devotees. Chanting alone is not recommended, but chanting with devotees is recommended. If a chanting other devotees is distracting, he can go to a different corner and sit at the chant. But what the devotee is very important. What Tulsi Devi, what Prabhupada is very, very important. If we chant alone, there's risk. It's risky. Yes.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, you said that you're going to tell us about prayer, the prayer before, the prayer during.
Yes, I'm going to do the prayer. Not now. Not now. I'll give you the prayer later. Yes.
While you are chanting, are we supposed to talk to anyone while we are
We've already discussed that.
Like this?
We've already discussed that. No discussion, no cell phone, no watching television, no game, nothing. Only chanting. We have quoted the Mahatma Prabhu many times. He said, when I chant, I chant. When I chant, I chant. It means nothing else, only chanting. Concentration is focus. That's what it means. No discussion. There's no meeting. There's no management. During Japa, no management.
Therefore, we should chant before management starts.
Yes.
Get up very early. Those who want a wired cell phone, they have to get up very early and finish the round.
Yes.
Then it's possible, otherwise not possible.
Yes. There is always a sacrifice for every good thing. Even bad things, you need sacrifice also. Right? In Chaitanya Bhagavad, the thieves were coming to rob Lord Nityananda Prabhu. What did they do? They made the sacrifice of sharpening their weapons. That is sacrifice. They're going to do something wrong. Even that they did sacrifice by sharpening their weapons and getting it oiled properly, and even offering a goat to Durga Devi to appease her so that they will succeed in their dangerous activities. They sacrifice they need. What about Krishna? Why can't we make sacrifice? Genuine sacrifice. Why can't we do that? Demonic sacrifice is being done. Why not a divine sacrifice? Get up early. Chant before passion comes in. If you do a job before passion comes in, you have a wonderful day. If you don't chant before 7 o'clock, 7:30, you're going to chant after program, you have a lot of distractions, especially you're managing. Somebody come to your office, you tell the person, go, come back, I'm going to finish Japa. That is not management, it is wrong.
And very early, that is time of host also. 1 o'clock. If you get up 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, that is also Nanda Baba was arrested.
For the holy name, there is no ghost. The holy name, time and space does not affect the holy name. It is for other things, but not for the name. The name is 24 hours auspicious. So you can chant anytime. When Baba was arrested, our Acharya said that person who arrested Nanda Maharaj was a demon, is not a devotee. And Varuna Dev himself said that offense committed was his own fault. He accepted. A pure devotee would have known that Nanda Maharaj is not under their jurisdiction. He's outside. So it was a blessing in disguise for Varuna Dev. He accepted that. So that's a different thing. The name is beyond time, beyond space. You can chant anytime. Our Goswami, they chant 24 hours. Haridas, we were chanting 24 hours. 12 hours. I chant very early in the morning.
Maharaj Goswamis were their manjari.
Yes.
We are the conditions.
What is their use of coming here? What is the use of their coming here? They can do their manjari business up there. They don't have to come and do it here. Why did they come here? They want to show us the way. Sato Brite, follow our footsteps. That's the reason of their coming here. They can do it there. So they come to show us. So we have to follow that. If you want to do something successfully, look at the person who is in the front. Parampara. So we follow them. This is what they did. Harada Sakura, when he changed the procedure, he told her, sit here, chant 300,000 names as I chanted. Before told she did, and she became a famous devotee, materially and spiritually. She followed. Our system is to follow. We succeed.
Hare Krishna Gurudev.
Yes.
Even after understanding so many instructions, one may still maintain material attachments. It's also an offense. But the Holy Name is also responsible for helping us to detach from all these material attachments. So how is it possible that the all-powerful name is being chanted, but someone is still able to maintain this attachment?
Means we are not doing it properly. If we are doing it properly, the name has the potency to remove all the unnecessary things. If you are not doing it properly, we are not going to get the amount of purification required. That is why somebody asked me the other day, how is it possible that this person has been chanting for 50 years is an abuser? I said the person was not chanting. That person externally we see, but the person is not chanting. Nobody can chant the holy name very sincerely with a lot of effort to make it pure and still have problems. That person will never be an abuser. Never. To be an abuser for many years of practicing means the person is not chanting. It's carrying the beat, alphabet. That is the result of chanting alphabet. If the person does chant an alphabet, not the pure name, not the holy name. The name is powerful to help us. If the name does not help us, it means we are not following nicely. So we have to change our attitude. If we are discussing, we should hear, we should know these things, so we can know how to adjust ourselves to fit in, as Bhakti said. Let us work on ourselves as we are practicing. Yes, sir.
Going back to that question of ghosts, I was told that if you're chanting nicely, there's no question of ghost, not even abuses, not even curses. Even if people try to ruin you, nothing is going to happen to you.
Yes. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, the devotees who are chanting Hare Krishna, they have the Sudarshan Chakra behind them. Sudarshan Chakra behind all devotees who are practicing Krishna consciousness. All devotees, small or big. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cannot tell. Sudarshan Chakra is behind every devotee practicing Krishna consciousness. So anyone having difficulty means we are deviating. Only when the devotee deviates, then the Sudarshan Chakra will shift. And then consciousness will come, ghost will come. As far as Sudarshan Chakra is there, no ghost. Nothing. Nothing. Only auspiciousness will follow us everywhere. And people will see us, be attracted to become devotees. That's how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu described a pure devotee. One whose presence will make others to spontaneously chant Hare Krishna, even without preaching to the person. It's a pure devotee. That's the effect of chanting the name. Yes, sir. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay, there's one online question. Sorry, let's take the online question. Then we close.
The question is by Bhagwati Leela Mataji. She's asking, there are times when we're not able to complete our rounds on time. We fall asleep while chanting at night. What to do?
So wake up and chant in the morning. And to sit down and chant is very good. That's the best time. The best way to concentrate is to sit down and chant. That's the first class way to chant. Sit down. But how best it is if one is sitting and sleeping? It's not more the best. Therefore, we should make effort by standing. And even if you're standing, you move around. Don't you see Prabhupada chant like that? Always throw out. That's how Prabhupada do his Japa. up, down, up, down. Every day, Prabhupada does his chanting like that. Let us follow that. So make effort. Challenges will always be there, but we should make effort to overcome those challenges. And Prabhupada said, let us try, Krishna will help us. Prabhupada ki, Harinam Prabhu ki, Jai Gauri Premanandi, Hare Krishna. Gauri